They promised to save the planet with fake meat. Celebrities invested billions. The media declared the death of real meat. 3 years later, the entire industry is collapsing. And Leonardo DiCaprio is eating fish again. In 2021, something bizarre happened in Silicon Valley. Suddenly, every A-list celebrity became a food tech investor. Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert Downey Jr., Katy Perry, Serena Williams. They all announced investments in plant-based meat startups. They weren't just investing money. They were investing their reputations in a promise that fake meat would save the world. The hype was incredible. Beyond Meat's IPO was treated like the next Apple. Oatly spent millions on a Super Bowl ad. Supermarkets cleared entire aisles for products that promised to taste exactly like meat while saving the planet. It was going to be the biggest food revolution in human history. Let's start with the most embarrassing part. The celebrity exodus. Robert Downey Jr., who invested millions in plant-based startups, just published a book called Cool Food. And guess what? He's eating fish again. Leonardo DiCaprio, the ultimate climate warrior who backed multiple fake meat companies, has quietly moved on. These celebrities didn't just lose money, they abandoned the cause they claimed would save humanity. When your biggest advocates start eating real meat again, you know the revolution is over. Beyond Meat was supposed to be the Tesla of food. Their 2019 IPO was one of the most successful in history, with shares soaring 163% on the first day. Investors thought they'd found the next unicorn. Today, Beyond Meat is a penny stock trading at a fraction of its peak value. The company is in genuine danger of bankruptcy. This isn't just a stock correction. This is a total business model failure. They promised to revolutionize protein, but they couldn't even survive the market test. Beyond Meat was just the beginning. Across Silicon Valley and beyond, plant-based meat startups are declaring bankruptcy at record rates. Companies that raised hundreds of millions are shutting down operations. Venture capital funds dedicated to food tech innovation are writing off entire portfolios. This isn't creative destruction. This is mass extinction. The plant-based meat category in the US is shrinking by double-digit percentages. When an entire industry contracts this fast, it's not a market correction. It's a market rejection. Here's the fundamental delusion that killed this industry. They thought they could outsmart 100,000 years of human evolution and billions of years of biological development with a few years of R&D. Meat isn't just protein. It's life itself. The complex mix of fats, nutrients, and proteins in real flesh comes from genetics evolved over trillions of organisms. The idea that tech bros with chemistry sets could replicate this in laboratories was the most arrogant form of technological optimism ever attempted. They were trying to improve on nature with processed chemicals. The health marketing was the biggest lie of all. Plant-based meat companies claimed their products were healthier than real meat. But to achieve animal protein consistency and mouthfeel from plants, they created ultra-processed frankenfood. These products contain refined fats, gums, lecithins, and dozens of chemical isolates. At the exact moment consumers are demanding clean label, whole foods, these companies were selling them laboratory experiments disguised as health food. The plant-based health claims fell apart when people actually read the ingredient lists. The taste promises were the industry's fatal flaw. Food scientists spent millions trying to make plants taste like meat, but your tongue isn't stupid. Initial novelty wore off quickly when people realized these products didn't actually taste like the meat they craved. Blind taste tests consistently showed consumers could tell the difference immediately. The texture was wrong, the flavor was artificial, and the satisfaction wasn't there. You can't trick biology with food science. When your core promise is tastes just like meat and it doesn't, your entire business model collapses. Here's the truth they don't want to admit. This was never about saving the planet. It was about creating patentable products that could generate massive profits from climate guilt. Real meat can't be patented. Regenerative agriculture can't be monopolized, but fake meat? That could make Silicon Valley billions. They weren't trying to feed the world. They were trying to own it. So what's the lesson from this spectacular failure? Sometimes the old ways are old because they work. Sometimes innovation means understanding nature better, not replacing it. And sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is admit that your revolution was wrong. The plant-based meat industry promised to save the world, but it couldn't even save itself. Meanwhile, the farmers who were supposedly destroying the planet are actually healing it through regenerative practices. The future of food isn't in laboratories. It's in working with nature, not against it.